But I still have a mint in my mouth.
Oh well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heyo.
No. 4, 3,
Heyo.
2,
Heyo.
1. Heyo!
It's Judge James.
It's Judge Evie.
And we're hanging on Living for Crits. Been a bit. We had a bit of a thing where the last few weeks Judge Evie's been doing our show.
I have another one.
Yay. Great.
Another one.
Another musical.
Yay.
I didn't hit that.
No.
What did I just do by accident? I didn't mean to do that. That was an accident.
Wait, I'm putting the hair down.
So yeah. So we've been out. So apologize for that.
What's my cousin it? Oh my god, I went to with my glasses on, but I don't have glasses on.
It doesn't look great.
What are you talking about?
So we have what?
What are you talking about?
Who's talking about? I said that you having your hair like it doesn't look great.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I think tonight's show is just going to be us answering questions that were sent to us because we don't really have a topic.
I think my hair looks really good.
But Judge Evie had to play a nun for 3 weeks, or 2 weeks, or a week.
It was 3 months.
3 months.
3 months of nunning.
3 months of nunning in Sound of Music. 2
months of costume.
Where all you saw was Evie's face.
2 weeks of wimple.
Just like
it puffed my cheeks out. It was like...
Your cheeks were very puffy.
It was bad. It was so bad.
Very puffy cheeks.
Mad respect to the nuns out there.
I don't think all the nuns have puffy cheeks like that. I think just the ones.
No, just saying like they wear like those
just the ones in Austria.
They were velvet.
The habits?
Yeah.
It's a habit.
Our things were all velvet and they were skin tight velvet the whole way down.
I don't think actual nuns wear skin tight velvet. Don't think it's a thing.
So like if you're a nun and you wear skin tight velvet like 5 million layers and a wimple.
For all the nuns that watch Living for Crits.
Like mad respect to
all the gamer nuns.
There's probably a few.
I don't know how many nuns are playing tabletop role-playing games.
I think a couple would.
Maybe.
I feel like they would, you know?
Eddie Frankenstein's here. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
All right, well, I think we're going to go to Judge Evie Presides.
We have a rap, too.
This is part of the show where questions come into dccjudgeevie@gmail.com, and we answer them on the air. The rap first.
1, 2, 3. Cat 5. 6, 7.
All right, first question. This is going to be the show. It's going to be questions.
Yeah.
There's so many questions.
We have so many. And they're all from Brian.
They're all from Brian. It's the All Brian Show. It's the Brian Spectacular.
This is called Singapore Questions. And his other email is called
More Questions. Let's do his Singapore Questions. Because Brian is in Singapore right now.
Yeah, he is.
So let's do the Singapore Questions.
Okay. Good evening from the other side of the world. This was sent like a month ago. So.
Oh, there we go.
So, good evening. Hope all is well for you guys during these very difficult times. Tonight's questions. Number 1. Or I've started playing with a great local Singapore group, but they play 5e. Parentheses.
Okay. Keep going.
I want to run a DCC adventure for them, a bit reskinned for 5e, but keeping a few DCC things. Which one would you recommend?
What's your recommendation?
Well, they want to skin it for 5e. I say you skin a 5e adventure to DCC. And make your Singapore friends play that.
I'd say that if you didn't know, the 5th edition fantasy adventures by Goodman Games are really pretty decent.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
And those are written for 5e. So if you want to play 5th edition and you have to play 5th edition, then my suggestion would be to run one of the 5th edition fantasy adventures.
Yeah.
Eddie Frankenstein said Sailors of the Starless Sea worked well for 5e. So there we go. What did I run for 5th edition fantasy?
I don't know.
Let me look at which module it was. It was... I don't know which one it was. Now I'm looking to see which one it was.
It was one of those ones.
No crap, it was one of these ones. It's one with an orc with a monocle on his eye. There. I ran Mystery Under the Monastery. Yeah. That was a good adventure. I ran it in Talus. And it worked out well. I thought it was good. Good adventure. I mean, it's still 5e. And Eddie Frankenstein says that if 5e is that bad,
Okay, Eddie Frankenstein.
We're going to answer his question.
We'll do that after these ones.
Okay, because he said a question for us.
Well, we're going to do these ones, and then we'll do that one, and then we'll do the next email.
Fair. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Do.
I loved playing Cybercrawl Classic, Cyber Sprawl Classics. Was it wrong? Have you ever played Cyberpunk or any of the game systems in this genre? What are your thoughts on them?
No.
None.
I mean, outside Cyber Sprawl Classics.
J'adore Cyber Sprawl Classics.
Outside of Cyber Sprawl Classics, no. Yes, I played not Spelljammer. I played Shadowrun one time, like 4th edition Shadowrun once, and that is a very chunky, crunchy game. That is too crunchy for me.
Too crunchy.
And my players were not into it.
It's like putting chips on a burger. Too crunchy.
Yeah, too crunchy. Too crunchy.
Burgers aren't meant to be crunchy. I don't like burgers, but they shouldn't be crunchy.
So I don't have another experience outside of that, and then running some cyberpunky alternity back in the 90s, the late 90s, which I did that too.
Okay. Toi.
Question toi.
Not like 33, just toi.
Okay.
Because that's like toi.
Twin toi.
Trent. No, just Trent's
30.
Okay.
Van.
Oh, Van's 20. I don't know my numbers.
I'm glad that your 3 years of French are really working in here.
Yeah.
All right.
My first year French.
Next question.
She just gave us expired candy canes. She gave me a bag of chips once and it was expired in 2012.
That's all she did was. All right. Next question.
Yeah. Then she got fired. Toi. Would you rather play a game with lots of class/ancestry options (parentheses) and customization (parentheses), or a game with a few limited choices and why? Cheers, Brian.
That's essentially saying, do you want to play Demon Lord or DCC?
Yeah.
Which they both have the time and place.
Yeah.
So both are okay, as long as the one with a lot of class and ancestry options isn't 5e or Pathfinder. Just because not up for either of those. Oh, Andy's here, and Andy says, of course you shouldn't put chips on burgers. That's what fries are for.
What do you put fries on a burger?
You put fries on a sandwich. Andy, what would you put fries on a burger for?
I just don't like burgers.
Yeah.
They kind of creep me out.
Let's answer Eddie's question. Eddie asked, what do you think is the most underrated module in D&D history? So
considering I know a lot of D&D modules.
Do you know one that's underrated?
I'm gonna go with the one that you say.
All right. So I'm trying to figure out how to answer this here.
You have to answer it because then my answer doesn't work.
All right, where is it here? I'm gonna let me find it real quick. Let me fucking.
Tableau.
What was the adventure called? All right. Okay. So yeah, that was it. I think that was it. All right. I think this is what it was called. There was in the 1990s. I'm fairly certain this is what this was. There was a game accessory called the AD&D Second Edition Treasure Chest. And I think you could probably get it on Drive-Thru RPG. Let me just double check here. And maybe you can't.
No.
Maybe you can't. All right, so the treasure chest was great because the treasure chest had all of these maps in it, and each map was a potential adventure, you know? So what I liked with the treasure chest was that I had a pretty open world game going for a while in high school, and you could use each map, you flip it over, there's a short adventure on the back. You could work it into existing adventures. You could throw them in there, those treasure chests, as a potential future plot hook. I thought it was a great great packet. I got it for Christmas from my dad, I think. My mom and dad. It was one of the gifts. It was like a stocking stuffer. So I think for me it's the most underrated because you can't find on Drive-Thru RPG apparently, and I haven't heard anyone talk about it for years, but I really liked it. You have no idea what we're talking about. Cool.
But that's my answer too.
There we go.
Okay.
That's the most underrated D&D module in D&D history.
Yeah. Agreed. You heard it here.
Eddie said it. Eddie with the question.
No, I was gonna say the name of the
Treasure
module.
Chest by Skip Williams.
That's what I meant. I knew Eddie's name. It's
Okay.
right there.
There you go.
Yeah. Hi, Eddie. Okay, more questions from Singapore. Good evening, judges. More questions for the return of the show. Why is it not okay? Most adventures like to start in a tavern. What are some of the best tavern / coffee or tea houses you have used in games, and what unique things have you included?
The best tavern or coffee or tea house?
I liked our little tavern game we played.
Yeah, we had that. How did that work out?
I forget.
What
I
system
remember
was
I
it?
liked it.
What game was it? You remember what game it was?
No.
We had a fantasy age game that took place in
Oh
a tavern.
yeah, it was that one.
Where you guys ran a tavern.
Tavern Tales.
Tavern Tales.
Tavern Tales.
So that was
I
fun.
liked that one.
That was the adventure where it was like the dolls was fun.
Yeah, I liked the dolls. And you just appear the doorsteps.
Yeah.
Tavern Tales. That's my answer.
When I did this thing back in the mid 2010s. Andy, who is watching right now, was part of it. I did this adventure series called QuatroCon Carnage, and that adventure series was 8 games, 8 sessions, but each 2 sessions with characters built with basic fantasy RPG. Then we turned them into DCC characters. Then we turned them into Savage Worlds characters. Then we turned them into Cypher System characters. And so, the idea was to see how the systems made those characters change. And we started it off, I put a very stereotypical fantasy tavern in the beginning of the series of adventures. So I really enjoyed that because it was like super stereotypical. And Andy actually said the obvious answer to this question is Five Guys, because to be fair, yes, we played RPGs at Five Guys, Burgers and Fries.
I remember that.
They were very cool
Remember
about it
we
too.
played in the middle of a restaurant?
That was so awkward. I will take
It was
that.
in the middle. There was like one table that had like a reserve thing, and it was like right here, and there were people all around us.
That was back when we were doing the thing we were trying to game in public. We have tea.
We do. We have tea, and my mug that I have every week.
We were trying to game in public more, just to do it, and it was awkward. It was awkward gaming in the middle of an Italian restaurant.
Some of them were awkward, but that
Five Guys wasn't awkward.
Yeah, but in the middle of Italian restaurant.
In the middle of an Italian restaurant was awkward.
A little awkward.
Very weird. We're playing Numenera in the middle of an Italian restaurant. All right, next question.
Okay. Have you run any water-based or nautical nautical, is it the word?
Nautical.
Adventures in DCC or MCC? I've got players who would love to play in one. But I'm looking for ways to avoid lots of downtime on ships staring at ocean horizon. ... Be safe. Cheers, Brian.
I have a adventure I wrote for cons that I've run a few times, and it's called Nothing's Free in Ocean World.
I remember this one.
And it's my mashup of Sequest, DSV, and Waterworld. And that is an open world hex crawl or graph crawl. We just did graph paper of the waters above a sunken, dilapidated, apocalyptic what's it called? Like theme park. And you start out on board the Sequest, which, why are we getting texted? Oh crap.
What?
Who the heck is texting
Who
us?
is this?
Okay, wrap that up. Get the heck out of here, you
Bye-bye.
person.
Leave.
So that adventure, that was a fun adventure that I ran. That was MCC. It's a 0-level funnel where you are, the Lord of the Dolphinquisition, Darwin from Sequest DSV, sends you off on a quest. He runs the Sequest still with multiple clones of Jonathan Brandis, R.I.P. So, what's the next question?
That's the last question.
You gotta make friends. Yeah, you know what? Making friends with Jonathan Brandis is very important. You know what I should do here?
You used to play World of
Dolphinquisition. I will,
Oh my god, that's the dude!
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll put in the chat here the link to the Dolphinquisition Archaic Alignment if anyone wants to see that.
Darkest at Eden Park.
There you go. What about?
Where's Eden Park?
That's the one thing. I think if I'm
Did someone come up with a scam?
there's two of these adventures. There's two links. I'm not going to share that one though.
That's such a bad picture.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Anyway,
Don't look at those.
there you go. So Eddie has another question here. So many Jonathan Brandis's. What do you think of the rise of folk horror and tabletop RPGs? Chain Coffin, DCC, Holler, Old Gods of Appalachia. I'm playing through Chain Coffin right now and really enjoying it. I love the idea. So, fun fact, my maternal grandmother was from like southern West Virginia. And, so I feel like there's some family connection to that part of the country. And as kids, my parents, our vacations every summer wasn't to the shore. Usually it would be to this state park in not West Virginia, Western Virginia called Hungry Mother State Park. We'd go for 2 weeks each summer, usually in 2 separate weeks each summer. And there was like, it was at the very bottom of the Blue Ridge Parkway. If you keep going down, it's in Marion, Virginia. And from Hungry Mother, that would be like a base of operations where we would go to other places nearby. So we went to Bristol once to see the one and only NASCAR race I've ever seen. We'd go to this place called the Barter Theater that was nearby, so we'd see live shows. We went to Dollywood once from there. We went to the Great Smoky Mountains from there. We would use that park there as our hub, as our base, our home base. And so I have a strong connection with, the Appalachian Mountains and the folk stuff already from just, from my family and then from vacationing there. So I love it. That's one of the things I love Chain Coffin is it just reminds me of some of the, like we would go to small towns and you would pick up little pamphlets or books about the local legends and things. So I'm quite hype on it, to use kid words. Hype. I know nothing of Old Gods of Appalachia. I know that it's going to be Cypher, that's all I know. And see, part 2, with Chain Coffin, are you limiting magic and demi-humans? No, I'm not. I'm just rolling it right into my own universal setting for all my core DCC stuff. So for me, the Shutter Mountains in my world are at the center of a continent I call the Crawling Continent. It's north of the Great City from the Purple Sorcerer Games adventures of the Sunken City. So that's my take.
We'll wrap.
Wrap. All right, here we go.
Called Scare Tactics, I think.
All right, here we go.
When the thing that you face comes When the thing that you face comes from realms beyond space, where time has no meaning at all. When your hands start to strike and your mind takes a break, you are destined to gradually fall. The game that you're playing, goes without saying, is no epic quest or grand plan, though you've chosen to fight your enemy's fight as your hourglass runs out of sand. A true horror game is a test without fame or fortune or glory sublime. You must simply survive and come out alive. Of course, you'll be losing your mind.
You're pretty good on that one.
That was pretty good.
All right, that was Greg Schwarzkopf's. Greg Schwarzkopf sent us that one, so everyone thank Greg.
Woo! Oh, Greg sent us just that email.
Oh, did he?
He went, "You guys okay? We're okay, Greg."
I need my living for crits fix. You guys okay? We're here.
We're here.
We're living the dream.
The dream with our tea. With our clueless mug. As if.
I've noticed, I've lost a little weight, that like I have a pointier chin now. On here. It's a little pointier. Anyway. Eddie was continuing that with Chain. Oh, I was just saying cool is the book, but then wrestling with how low magic to keep it. I have no issue with it having Chain Coffin be high magic. It's not bothering our game. It's a 5th level adventure, so it's just going to happen. Anyways, that's our questions.
Yeah.
So again, you send us questions at dccjudgeev@gmail.com. Slipping over to Kickstarters, the one we were really hyped for, which was the DCC 100, I believe is over. I think it's over.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not like backing anything else at the moment that I can think of. Maybe next week I'll put more notes in for that. We're trying to wing it this week.
Yeah,
And then for conventions,
yeah.
so Romance of the Cyclops Con is going to be May 13th to 15th, and registration for that is open. So if you go to goodman-games.com, you can go and find the link for that and go register for that. So I think it's all I got this week. So with that, where can people find us, Judge Evie?
They can find us at I Live for Crits on Twitter, Live for Crits on Instagram if I can figure out our login, and Search for Crits on YouTube.
So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay kind, and I'm just going to say Appalachia.
I don't know what to say.
I'll tell you.
Okay, alright, ready? Italian restaurants.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.